So here's Jackie Chan at the start of the Hong Kong. They had Steve Jobs out front actually. They usually give you some quotes and a little synopsis. He's been blacklisted by insurance companies. They tend to say all the same things. He's saying hard to say goodbye at the closing ceremony of the 2008 Olympics. We're in Hong Kong. Record-breaking 2,000 undertakes to complete the shuttlecock football scene in Dragon Lord 1982. So I've been to Shanghai and I've been to Hong Kong's Madame Tussauds. Hong Kong's was excellent. Shanghai's was thrown together. We'll see how Beijing does. It's Wu, motherfuckers! Wu means 5, and the gate when you enter the Qianmen Street here is a Wu Pai Lu 5-bay processional gate. Ooh, Mi Lao Fong? Mi Lan Fong. I went to his residence. It's not too far from here in Beijing. He's a Dan. And there are 4 great actors that played female roles known as the 4 Great Dans. He developed his own school of style. They named it after him. You gotta remember this is the first name in China. This is the family name, and this is the first name. So this is his last name, listed first. A little confusing. Practice his characters darting, following goldfish swimming in ponds, tracking doves wheeling in the sky, huh? He did a tour of the United States and performed. Let's see, Lao Shi. I've been to his home as well, his former residence. A bit closer than he committed suicide, actually, they think, by drowning himself after he was beat up during the Cultural Revolution by Red Guards. He wrote Rickshaw Boy and Tea House. Chinese boxing, which is Tai Chi. He was a Beijinger. They mentioned him at the Laoshi Tea House as well, named after him. Director Zhang Yimou. Jury member, Berlin International Film Festival. He's an actor as well, I guess. Presided 2007 Venice Film Festival, opening and closing ceremonies. In charge of the Olympics in Beijing 2008. 3.5-hour show with 30,000 fireworks and half as many performers. Lao Muji translates as old schemer strategist. Volleyball champion. She's tall, she's about as tall as I am. She's a little taller. She's like an inch taller than I am, maybe. Robin Li Yan Hong. No, that's someone else. That's this guy over here. Hello. This is the guy who invented Baidu. Which is run Google out of the business in Asia, I think. Google can kiss Asia goodbye. He actually studied in the United States, but he's a Chinese citizen. So I think he has the support under the table, probably, the Chinese government. I don't really know. That'd be my inkling. Did you know that Robin achieved high score in his hometown of Yangchuan National Higher Education Entrance Examination in 1987? Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference. He Badu'd himself in the news break. Liang Huai. It's the annual meeting, National People's Congress. I went to the Great People's Hall today at Tiananmen Square. Where they meet when they have the conference. Let's see, nicknamed Iron Hammer, current head coach, former player for Chinese national women's volleyball, head coach of U.S. women's national team, former head coach, huh? Grew so fast, had to wear her elder sister's clothes without a material to make them even longer. Training U.S. team Colorado, made friends with gifted cooks, local Chinese community, missed authentic Chinese food a lot. Chinese astronaut. China launched a man into outer space, I think, in 2003 was their first manned space mission. And this guy's probably a colonel or something by now. Fire missiles! Where are we out in the Gobi Desert? Yang Li Wei. Yang Li Wei. Oh, this will be ready. Wait flight orders, accept any new challenge. He's logged 1,350 hours as a fighter pilot before going into space. China's first spaceman aboard the Shenzhou 5 2003. China's the third country able to send people into space. What would be the second? Russia? Really? I thought, well, there have been astronauts from other countries, but they've hitched rides, I guess. Maybe. United States, Soviet, now Russia, and then now China, I guess. Abnormal vibration, 26 seconds after the famous launch. He thought his organs would be shattered. You know, the weirdest thing about going into space is when you close your eyes, you see these little shooting beams of light. And it's actually tiny particles passing through your retina. And if you looked at a microscope of your helmet, your space helmet, you'd see that the material's got these little pinholes where the material's been pushed through, you know, from the microscopic organisms. They push through, they don't break the, you know, spacecraft enough to make a noticeable leakage, I guess. But you see this, if you close your eyes, you see these little flashes of light. What is this? Beijing Soho. Where's that? Central Business District of Beijing, I guess. Pan Shi Yi, just an ordinary person. Real estate company, Soho, China. Iconic buildings, mixture of Chinese Western influences. Pan has over 60 million followers on Weibo. He's also found fame as a talk show host, writer, actor. Did you know? He jogs 6 to 10 kilometers every day. Born in Gansu province. Blast off! I saw the dragon boat races when I was in Hangzhou, over at the wetlands, Shishi wetlands. Back in June, at the beginning of June. It started out actually as a religious festival. Now it's like a crew, essentially. But instead of the Western style oars, everybody's got a cross-arm paddle, like a canoe. And they have a coxswain at the head of the boat, and now it's pretty much a sporting and intramural competition type deal. Well, it's the Queen of England. And it's Prince Charles. He got married just in time before he went bald. I think he realized, hey, my hair's thinning. It's time. Gotta get married. Do they do the bald spot? She's pretty good. They got a kid now. Doodle-doodle-doo. I was in the university. I was in St. Andrews this summer where they met. Doo-doo-doo. He's a fully operational search and rescue pilot with the British Royal Air Force. Enjoys outdoor sports, riding, skiing, shooting, fishing. Born in London, 1982. Married 2011. I really hope I can make a difference, says the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate Middleton. Official residence, Kensington Palace. Former home for Princess Diana. First son, Royal Highness Prince George of Cambridge. Third in line of the British throne. After graduating, Duchess worked for British high street fashion brand as a buyer and for her family's thriving business. It's Vladimir Putin. Somebody messed up his tie though. Let's tuck it in. There you go. Have a good day, honey. Vladimir Putin. The path towards a free society has not been simple. There are tragic and glorious pages in our Russian history. President 2012 was president 2000-2008 and prime minister 99-2000 and 2008-2012. Worked his way up as Lieutenant Colonel, KGB, Committee for State Security of the now collapsed Soviet Union. Known for his interest in sport, recognized as helping Russian city Sochi win their bid to host 2014 Winter Olympics. Hello. Obama. Let's see what they say about Obama. If you're willing to take down the right path and you're willing to keep walking, eventually you'll make progress. American mom, Kenyan dad, 44th president, racial boundaries. I don't know why they refer to him as African American. They should really refer to him as biracial. I hate that. It's like oversimplification of the issues. He was basically raised white. I actually wish he was more ethnic when he came down to these kinds of things. I think he played the middle road too much. He should have been more of a taskmaster. We want to be conciliatory. Did you know Obama's a Grammy Award winner? He won 2 for the audiobook versions. Audacity of Hope, Dreams of My Father. And his middle name is Hussein. Can I kiss him? Camera? How tall am I compared to Obama? He seems shorter in this exhibit. I'm about up to here on him. So he's got like maybe 3 inches on me. Karl Marx. Workers of the world unite, couldn't feed his family, wrote Communist Manifesto. 1848, collaborating with Frederick Ingalls. Got expelled from Brussels, Cologne, Paris twice. Radical views, settled London, 1849. Loved poetry, wrote sonnets to his wife. Love is Jenny, Jenny is love's name, 1836 to his wife. Trier, Germany, where he was born. I went to the Karl Marx house in Trier. The Karl Marx house in Trier, they have a thing he wrote in high school that talks about people's circumstances dictating their position in life. Nelson Mandela. Karl Marx. Queen Elizabeth II. She has 2 dogs who are corgis. Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. They're rich. Barack Obama could have done more. Vladimir Putin. Well, I don't give a fuck about Putin. There he is at the Great Wall. His family visited not too long ago, actually. His daughter looked totally bored. The older one. Here's Putin with some monks. Essentially, I think Putin is now dictator. I think the mob's probably as much in charge in Moscow as he is. I don't really follow it too closely, though. I wouldn't want to have to do business there, that's for sure. Here's the Queen and Xi'an at the Terracotta Warriors. I made it. At the last moment. The door should have closed right behind me, though. More dramatic. Vladimir Putin. And we have here Madame Tussauds herself. Her husband was a drunk, so she wanted to get away. She actually got her start making busts of people's face masks, their death masks, during the guillotine. She learned from her uncle. Sittings with Napoleon Bonaparte, Ben Franklin, figures of King Louis XVI, Queen Marie Antoinette using death masks of their guillotine heads. Russian Revolution brought her wax figures to England, found it one of the world's most famous attractions. Madame Tussauds, used in her sittings, figure making, passed down through generations, 250 years. They had some disasters. She took her collection on the road for 36 years. When she went to Ireland, she lost most of it at sea. But she didn't give up.
She was mostly traveling, so the point is she would have had to set up something every time, or she would have had to find a room wherever it was she was exhibiting. Would have been considerably more limited conditions, I guess. Lighting.
So I've gone over all this stuff in my other videos. It's all about the same. They're pretty exact. They take hair samples of your hair, and they match color and eyes and skin and all that stuff. I would think one of the things that's interesting about Madame Tussauds is now a lot of popular people, you know, are celebrities and actors, and so they take accurate measurements. So a lot of people exaggerate their height, you know. Like they say the guy who plays James Bond now is 6'2", I read somewhere. He's got to be like 5'9", 5'10", you know. So they've got his real measurements at Madame Tussauds, but I guess they're sworn to secrecy. But a lot of times, you know, when they make the actual figure, it's as tall as you really are, I think. But you will see some of them on a little platform. They'll have them on a stage or a platform a lot of the time. So I don't know who agrees. Well, you can use my likeness, but I need to be on a platform or something, you know. Beijing is one of the few places in the world you can get limb lengthening done. It's like 25,000 euro. Chamber of Horrors. I've read all this stuff in my other videos of Tussauds. You can get your... Oh, they have some celebrity hands here. Lang Ping, these are all famous Chinese people's hands. I don't recognize any of them. Robin Lee, Yan Hong. And you can have a wax model made of your own hand here. It's a little extra money. Now we go into the sports arena. David Beckham! Bend him like Beckham. Icon, global ambassador for Chinese football. Bought a vineyard, California, for his wife Victoria Beckham for her birthday. Not only is he a footballer, but he's the most handsome man in the world. Speaking of handsome men, Serena Williams. No, I shouldn't tease. She's slightly mannish, but I've seen her play tennis and it's a turn on. Luck has nothing to do with it because I have spent many hours, countless hours on the court, working for my one moment in time, not knowing when it would come. Number one on 4 different occasions, transform world tennis, winning more Grand Slam titles than any other female history. Once on a Yorkshire Terrier she called Petey after tennis legend Pete Sampras. Who knows? Aside from tennis, own clothing line called Anaris. Guest starred several American TV shows. Born in Michigan. Yeah, she's a little younger than me. You go, girl. Usain Bolt from Jamaica. I told you I was going to be number one, and I did just that. Sports his own sports bar and eatery in Kingston, Jamaica called Usain's Bolt's Tracks and Records. 3 gold medals, 2008 Beijing Olympics, said to be powered by 1,000 chicken nuggets he consumed during his 10 days in the capital. Bolt celebrated his 100-meter victory at the Beijing Olympics with his iconic move known as the Bolt to the World. Is that when he starts dancing? He likes... Oh no, this is this thing. He does the Greek posture there. He's built for speed. He is built for speed. He's kind of got the Michael Jordan thing going on though. Like really good at sports, but not all that handsome. But still like, kind of like a nice guy. So you're not too jealous of him. You want him to succeed. What is this? They sewed the brace right onto the guy's leg here. Lady's leg. Lina. Don't say that I'm winning honor for my country. I'm just doing it for myself. First ever Asian-born tennis player to win Grand Slam singles tournament. Family's nickname for her was Big Sister Na. Na has said she wants to open a tennis school when she retires from tennis, but hasn't given up the dream of becoming a housewife. From Wuhan. Han Yas. This guy is a giant, Yao. He was the first Chinese player from China. He owns the Beijing team, doesn't he? The Ducks? Or does he own the Sharks in Shanghai, is it? I don't know. Let's see if he's well endowed as... they don't show you. I was wondering if his ding dong was standard Asian size or Kobe size. Kobe! I don't follow basketball much anymore. How much taller is Kobe than me? He's not really standing straight. I'm about up to here on him. He's not all that much taller than I am. If I try really hard, maybe I could be a basketball player too. What I'm doing right now, I'm chasing perfection. Joined the NBA, 96, youngest ever player. Did you know he speaks fluent Italian? His parents named it after a type of steak they found on a restaurant menu. He was named after Kobe steak from Japan. Although both his parents are just 5'6", Lin is an impressive 6 feet 3 inches tall. Jeremy Lin. Oh, this is the Asian who played for the Knicks. Yeah, California. He's an Ivy Leaguer too. Well, he went to Stanford, I think, didn't he? Something like that. No, he went to Harvard or something, maybe. He wanted to be a food tester. That's weird. Yeah, he went to Harvard. First Harvard graduate, signed with an NBA team in 57 years. Played for Golden State Warriors 2010. Linsanity was what they were calling it when he was doing real well. This is Yao. Yao's much taller than 6'3". It's like 7 something. Oh my God, 7'6". Tallest active player in the NBA at 7 feet 6 inches in his final season. During his basketball career, Yao's injuries included his eyebrow bone, left elbow, big toe, both feet, metatarsi in his left foot, both ankles, and his right shin bone. Born 1980, Shanghai. Founded the charity, the Yao Ming Foundation. Yeah, he owns the Shanghai Sharks, not the Ducks. How tall am I? Well, they've got him on a thing here, so he's leaning up a little bit. So I'll get on my tiptoes a little, and I'm still only about up to his armpit. That guy's got at least a foot and a couple inches on me. This guy's a soccer player. A very good soccer player. Who is he? I've never heard of him. Lionel Messi. I made a lot of sacrifices by leaving Argentina, leaving my family to start a new life, but everything I did for football to achieve my dream. FC Barcelona official Carlos Rechak wanted to sign Lionel Messi the first time he saw him play. They didn't have any paper, so they had to use a napkin. Messi's nickname on the pitch is the Flea because he moves so fast with the ball. Lionel established the Leo Messi Foundation 2007. Access to education, healthcare, vulnerable children. Lives in Rosario, Argentina. I want to see the Flea in action. Now this guy's a gymnast. Li Xiaopeng. Brilliance is achieved by persistence. The Prince of Gymnastics, 16 world champion titles. Did you know International Federation of Gymnastics has named 2 routines after him? Li Xiaopeng hop in the vault and Li Xiaopeng arm hang and parallel bars. Retired 2010, studied English, University of California, involved in business side of sports. Changsha from Hunan province. Soccer player, Lantern Jaw. This guy is Lin Dan. Super Dan by his fans. First player to complete the Badminton Super Grand Slam 2010 autobiography Until the End of the World. Tattoo on his right arm, did you know? Dan plays badminton with his left hand. He's a southpaw from Longyan, China. End of the world. Wonder why he got an English tattoo. Tattoo in English. Everybody should learn English as their first language or their second language. We need to have one language for everybody to communicate with, and I think it's obvious what that should be. Be much easier for the world to work together so that we can eventually go conquer Mars, subjugate the Martians. We'll never subjugate the Martians without a common language of English. So soft. Hush, my darling. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. So now we're into the rock and roll stars. Laura Shang Wenji. Everyone's dream can be achieved. Did you know that Laura is internationally regarded as a fashion icon for China? In the video for Love Changes Love, Laura and her team travel as far as Iceland and Sweden to film. Majored in French, Shanghai Fudan University. 2013, invited to perform French song banquet welcoming French President Francois Hollande on his first state visit to China. MJ? Oh! Ha! Music has been my outlet, my gift to all the lovers in this world. Through it, my music, I know I will live forever. King of Pop. Youngest member Jackson 5, 1968. Best-selling. Male pop artist of the millennium. Once had a pet monkey called Bubbles, who now lives in a wildlife sanctuary in Florida. Visited his wax figure, Madame Tussauds London twice, 85, 2005, for special behind-the-scenes tours. Born in Indiana, died California, 2009. That was a sad day, huh? He couldn't sleep. He had that Heath Ledger thing going on. They had to give him that sleeping drug. Basically, it's in the form of anesthesia. Went in a cardiac arrest. Teresa Teng. Student life is what I'm always longing for. Sings in Cantonese, Japanese, Taiwanese, and English. She's a quadruple threat. Known as a soldier sweetheart, entertaining the troops with her renditions of love songs. So popular, pirated copies of her songs found in even the smallest villages in China. From Yunlin, Taiwan. Died Chiang Mai, Thailand, huh? That's up in the mountains area, Chiang Mai. North Thailand. Who's this? See, this is why it's nice to come to Madame Tussauds, because you'll see things. I have no idea who this guy is, but I'll find out, you know. Jay Cho. I'm not a doctor nor a magician, but I can make the music come alive. Firm believer in his talent, Jay Cho's mother used all her savings to buy him a piano when he was only 4 years old. He wrote the album Yi Kwai Mi and the song Listen to My Mother's Words 2006 for her. Also skilled guitar, cello, jazz drum, as well as a Chinese DJ. Hobbies include an eclectic mix of basketball, magic shows, antique cars. Born in Taipei, sculpted from 2005 sitting. He had an Asian tiger mom. What is the DG? I gotta check this out. I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Here. Pippa. I thought they mentioned it in this. It's not. Let's see, who else are we looking at? Hey. I'm mesmerized. Who's this guy? Huai Jian, Chinese Korean parents. Pioneer rock music China. Ah, this is the guy that's kind of an outlaw. And little controversial. 1986, unknown, climbed the stage during a concert Beijing celebrating Year of World Peace. It's about that, his song Nothing to My Name. Today a classic Chinese rock song. Guidebook says he's kind of controversial. The canto pop stuff is like the bubblegum, less controversial stuff. And rock and roll in China has always been a little controversial because of him, is what I read. Because of this guy. Godfather Chinese rock. Classic trumpet. Before he came across Western rock and roll, huh? You want to hear my trumpet impression? Is this Madonna? Doesn't look like Madonna. Huh. A little off, maybe. Material Girl. Solo artist, she played drums for the Breakfast Club. 90s hit Vogue, originally going to be a B-side because she didn't think it would be strong enough to be released as a single. English Roses, first book, world record, fastest selling children's book in history. Italian, Sassoni, Michigan, 1958. She's got to be 50 something now. 54? Nah, 56. Dressing table. Ah, that's me. Elvis. Rhinestone Cowboy. He kind of always, I thought, had like the profile of a Greek god, right? He should have curled his hair like a Greek god and had a big bushy beard. He had the lamb chops going on though. I think he kind of got the idea from Liberace, to be honest, with this stuff. Big suits and jewelry. How is Tame compared to what they do now? Are you kidding? I didn't do anything but just jiggle. Tender age at 36, youngest recipient Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. Showed respect for many cultures, religions, wore a cross, Hebrew letter Chai, and Star David around his neck. Natural blonde? Really? I didn't know that. No way. He's a natural blonde? What? I've never heard that before. Lady Gaga. Lady Googly Moogly. She's Italian too, I think. Okay. They didn't scare me if they can scare me if I scare them first. House of Gaga. Name from 1984. Queen song Radio Gaga. Grammy Award-winning song Poker Face. 10 Minutes to Write. Stefani Joanne Angela Germanotta. Born in New York. Lady Googly Moogly. Exhibition continues. Let's see, what time is it? In New York, it's 5 o'clock. London, this can't be right, so it must be 5 in the morning in New York. Beijing, 5 at night. And at London it's 10 in the morning or 10 at night. De Gang. We are doing Xiangsheng right. Guo De Gang, widely credited with reviving the popularity of Shaisheng crosstalk, the ancient Chinese performance art that combines stand-up comedy with puns and poetry. He began to learn the art of storytelling Ping Shu when he was 8 years old, wearing a traditional cheongsam during performance, also known for cutting-edge fashion sense. Born in Tianjin, that's the port of Beijing. Cheongsam is the Cantonese word for, they call it Qi Pao in Putonghua. I thought it only applied to the women's outfit, the tight-fitting dresses. Song Seong Hyun. You should play the price to be the best. You should pay the price. Did you know Song's first appearance in the media was a model for jeans brand Storm? Named Asia's Most Charming Artist 2012 Cosmo Beauty Awards, Shanghai, China. As well as being on screen, he likes to work behind the scenes too. Owns talent management business Storm S Company. 76. He was born in Seoul, Korea. Song Seong Hyun. Now who's this? Talk show host? Zhao Benshan. Don't reject popular art just because there is elegant art. Crowd torchbearer Shenyang Liaoning. 2008 Beijing Olympics. Did you know has an entertainment empire which includes 9 theaters, the Bench and Art School, and a theme park. Began performing early, learning the Erenjuan style of comic acting age 6. Born in Tailing, China. Where's Tailing? Bing, ba, boom. I always wish they had a map on these things so you could learn geography too. And it's more meaningful if you know someone's from a city. You know? Say, oh yeah, that's where so-and-so's from, right? Like I know when I was in Ireland before I came here, Navan is where Pierce Brosnan's from, and I heard that in an interview years ago, and he said, oh, it's a palindrome, spell it forwards and backwards. And now I always remember Navan. It's actually kind of a neat area, County Meath, all that, but you know, it makes more sense if you know someone famous from it's like having a friend from an area, you know? They should have a map and show it to you. Nikki Wu, Yinzhen. I have nothing to be ashamed of. Such a proud thing. When he was a child, Nikki Wu was Thunderbolt Tiger in the boys group Little Tiger team. Did you know Nikki studied sports and Taekwondo at university? Spare time, loves to be by the sea. Favorite hobbies include diving, surfing, scuba diving, surfing from Taipei. Portrayed from the movie Bubo Xingjin. Who's this lady? Talk show host? Yang Lan. Everyone's entitled to happiness. You just have to go out and find it. That's true. You gotta take throw your dice, you know. Alia Acta Est. Although Yang is best known for being a TV presenter, she was also an ambassador for the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Her mom taught her that beauty comes from within, that's more important to prove the mind than concentrate on appearance. Did you know that the Yang's idol was Chow Yun-fat when she was a teenager? She was a fan of his TV series The Bund. Huh. Bund in Shanghai? Chow Yun-fat, that's the guy from Crouching Tiger. Now this lady looks like a actress. Sun Li, shown here as Princess Zhen Huan. When she was in the army, suddenly performed as a dancer. Actress Sun's well known as an animal lover. Her book Take Me Home tells her real-life stories about homeless dogs. Did you know that Sun made a cameo appearance in Romance in the Rain 2001? Born in Shanghai, 1982. Marilyn Monroe. What's her name? Mary Jean. Her first name is Norma Jean Mortensen. One of the world's greatest female icons. Signature handprints at the Grumman Chinese Theater. Would they change the name? It got bought out, I guess. Died when one of her ex-husbands, Joe DiMaggio, after she died, Joe DiMaggio, baseball legend, sent fresh roses to her memorial site, Westwood Memorial Park, Los Angeles, every week for 20 years, despite their marriage lasting only 9 months. Early devotee of yoga. She hated to work out, is what they always say about Marilyn Monroe. And I think it's fair to say she'd probably have to be in Weight Watchers by today's standards of the stick figure, you know. Seven-Year Itch. That's what I remember her from. Gentlemen prefer blondes. And we have Breakfast at Tiffany's. You know, I never understood why they show her having breakfast. Because Breakfast at Tiffany's it's a joke. She's a call girl, and after a night of working, she has a croissant in front of Tiffany's, imagining all the fancy jewelry because she's an idiot, is the whole idea. And they show her here having coffee, and then why does she have a paper cup if she's having high tea? Makes no sense. This display makes no sense, and they have it in all the Chinese. They even had it in Thailand at the Madame Tussauds, and it makes no sense. Audrey Hepburn as Holly Golightly. You can always tell what kind of person a man really thinks you are by the earrings he gives you. That's from the movie, and I think it was a book first, probably, right? Truman Capote died in Switzerland, Tolo-Chanaz, 1961, huh? Paramount Pictures has the copyright. Legendary little black dress that she wore, auctioned by Christie's, 2006 for almost $1 million. Proceeds went to helping underprivileged in India. Although she was considered a Hollywood star, she spent little time in glamorous Hollywood, mostly shot overseas, and I think she was somehow married into or related to royalty, right? I saw some documentary where they were announcing like who was going to win the Oscar or something, and she's with some prince who was her husband. She was a good-looking girl, no doubt about it. Here's the current James Bond, the blonde Bond. See, I think I'm about as tall as he is. We stand back to back. Yeah, we're about the same height. Maybe he's an inch taller. Rough and tumble. Daniel Craig. If you don't get bruised playing Bond, you're not doing it properly. He got his front teeth knocked out, I think, as soon as he was filming. And then Pierce Brosnan said it was all part and parcel of being James Bond. He got hit by one of the villains he was fighting with. MI6, Agent 007. Did you know Daniel's the only actor born after the movie franchise began in 1962? Wow, so he's younger than the franchise. Interesting. Quantum of Solace. Sustained a number of injuries, including slicing the top of his finger off. Ooh. That Quantum of Solace is the one where he gets his balls beaten with a big metal chain, right? All those things that James Bond goes through in the movies, you think he would never survive. He'd take one beating, you know? He'd be done for. This guy must be a heartthrob of some kind. What, did he die recently? All the flowers. Leslie Cheung. shown here as Cheng Di. Besides knowing how to love others, the most important of all is how you appreciate ourselves as what we are. Runner-up singing contest, 1977. English name, Leslie Howard. Performance, he admired Gone with the Wind. This film, Farewell My Concubine, 93. First film to have come from People's Republic of China to win the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival. Born in Hong Kong. Farewell My Concubine is a famous book. Bruce Willis, Mr. Die Hard. They came out with the Die Hard 3 recently, but I don't think it was really meant for American audiences. What Happened to Me is just an example of the American dream of somebody busting their ass and working hard. John McClane, Live Free, Die Hard 2007. Partial hearing loss as a result from an accident while performing his own stunts and shooting Die Hard 1988. Singer released a successful album 1987 called The Return of Bruno. Bruno as well as his nickname, which included the hit single Respect Yourself. Did you know Bruce likes to wear his watch upside down on the inside of his arm? It can be clearly seen in Die Hard with a Vengeance, 1995. A lot of people started doing that, and I never understood where it comes from. Maybe that's where it came from him doing that in the movie. Is he doing it here? No watch. No watch. He probably does it so he doesn't scratch the glass. That's what I always thought the reason people did it. So they don't scratch the glass. Here's Bruce Lee all cut up. He worked out hard. Bruce Lee says, to hell with circumstances, I create opportunities. Lee created his own martial art form, Jeet Kune Do. Alongside martial arts, he was an accomplished dancer of the Cha-Cha, Hong Kong champion. Did you know his left leg is almost 1 inch shorter than the right? He has the same problem I do. He used the uneven stomp to his advantage for certain types of kicks. 1940 he was born, huh? He started in his first movie as a baby in San Francisco before his family left to go back to Hong Kong when he was just like a few months old. His dad was a very famous Cantonese opera performer, so he had acting in his family. But then his dad kind of cut him loose to go to college. I think he went to school in Washington State, is that right? Kind of had to fight for his success. They had a nice exhibit when I was in Hong Kong about him. Jackie Chan again. Now this guy must be a director. This is Feng Xiaogang. Among the forests of the Chinese filmmaking industry, I Am a Hungry Predator. Dream Factory, 1997, renowned for establishing New Year's celebration genre movies. 2013, mainland China's first director to have his handprints immortalized cement, infamous Hollywood Walk of Fame. When did Grumman's change its name to the TCL, Chinese Theater? Did you know Fong is a keen oil painter? In 2012, he auctioned one of the paintings he made with artist Zhang Fangxi for charity, raised Chinese CNY 17 million. What is CNY? Is that Hong Kong dollars? You can fight fat people. I want to fight the big fat man. Ready? Pew 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 pew. Ball kick. Balls. 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 Pew 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 pew. I'ma bitch slap this boy. Pew, pew, pew. I win, you lose. I done bitch slapped that boy. Now who's this guy, karate expert? I got up to the last rank before black belt, then my school closed down. I was an ILGUP for like 2 years. I refused to pay the money to get my black belt. And I said, this school's not run very well, and then they closed because the 8th Dan degree black belt was embezzling. And I said, aha, I told you. So that's Donnie Yen, Ip Man. I want to push myself to the limit, but I don't want to be hanging around. Donnie Yen's martial arts expertise goes beyond the big screen. He's also choreographed fight scenes in video games. Did you know Donnie's favorite fruit is the durian, especially those from Malaysia? He likes the stinky fruit. Donnie's portrayed here as leading character from Ip Man 2008, a semi-biographical account of Ip Man, the Wing Chun master of Bruce Lee. Oh yeah. Be like water, my friend. Guangdong, China, huh? Jackie Chan, I love action, but I hate violence. It took Jackie Chan and his stunt team a record-breaking 2,900 takes. We already read all this stuff in the beginning. It's so hard. Was it a Boys to Men ripoff that he did? To say goodbye to yesterday, and I'll take with me the memories, be my sunshine after the rain. Johnny Depp's done everything he can to avoid being a celebrity, besides starring in movies. Besides that, he's done everything to avoid fame. He hates it. I bet you that's the quote they have, because they had it in both the other Chinese Madame Tussauds. I don't have any quotes in this one. Usually it's what they do. They have a quote by each person. That's what they were doing. I think it was in Shanghai and Hong Kong. They had a quote by each person. Even though he starred in 2 films based around chocolate, Chocolat and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, he was actually allergic to it as a child. Contributed his musical talents to several of the films he starred in, including Once Upon a Time in Mexico and Sweeney Todd. Down to 20% battery, but I'll be done soon. Johnny named the Caribbean island he owns Gonzo after the style of journalism pioneered by author and journalist and good friend Hunter S. Thompson. He starred in Fear and Loathing, and I think Leaving. What is the? No, not Leaving. What's the Leaving Las Vegas? It's on Netflix. I don't think I've ever watched it. He plays Hunter S. Thompson in that. Karina Lau loves vintage clothing, especially large-skirted Dwyer from the 1950s. She especially enjoys hunting for vintage treasures in markets in England and France. Did you know? Owns several restaurants, nightclubs, Hong Kong, Shanghai, Beijing. Exercises, a beauty secret, jogs half an hour every weekday. Says it fills her with positive energy. She's from Suzhou. I was in Suzhou this summer. Jiangsu province. I wonder if she speaks the dialect. Pingtan. But that's like the music. I don't know what the name of the dialect is. It Pingtan? Behind a nice crane thing here. They've got plum blossoms and red crown cranes. Mr. Depp. Mr. Johnny Depp. Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't think he's ever gonna win an Oscar, Leonardo DiCaprio. Why does he grow his chin hair, his neck hair? To like make his face look more defined, maybe. I always thought that was kind of interesting. Maybe he gets ingrowns. But his hair is straight, so I don't think he could probably get a lot of ingrowns. When was he born? He's kind of old now, 74. He's like 30, 40. He just turned 40. Committed environmentalist, co-wrote, narrated 11th Hour, documentary about the environment. Loves to travel so much, wanted to be a travel agent when he was growing up. Named after Leonardo da Vinci, pregnant mom felt him kicking when she was looking at da Vinci's portrait. I remember him from Growing Pains. He was the homeless kid in Growing Pains. He's done pretty good. He's one of the few actors who transitioned very well from teenage heartthrob to like successful leading man as a middle-aged man. You know, it's real hard. See, a lot of people who are cute as kids grow up not so cute. This is, what's her name? What did I see her in? I just watched the movie on the plane she was in about Labor Day or something with the guy who played George Bush in W. She played opposite DiCaprio in Titanic. I don't know who this guy is. Kate Winslet, that's it. Wayward child, very passionate, determined, made up my mind to do something, no stopping me. Acting in the family, grandparents ran a theater, uncle regularly appeared West End, London's famous theater district. 2012, got a CBE, so now she's Dame Winslet, I guess. Donated a self-portrait of her bottom to auction for charity, paint for poverty. She painted her bum. She paint me bum. Huang Xiaoming. There are a couple people named with the Xiao thing in this exhibit. Hero is a product of his time. Huang Xiaoming is so dedicated to his acting work that he's bravely injured himself several times during filming. Did you know that in 2008, Huang was the first ever Asian representative of Gucci? Adopted twin panda bear cubs Ping Ping and An after the Sichuan earthquake 2008. I guess they have like what? The Beijing exhibit was talking about all the reserves in Sichuan in the panda exhibit. So I guess at one of the zoos or reserves, Sichuan. It's from Shandong province. The most beautiful couple in the world. They have a hobby of adopting babies. It's their favorite hobby. If you don't get out of the box you've been raised in, you won't understand how much bigger the world is. Angie's left-handed. All of the guns in Lara Croft's Tomb Raider had to be made especially for her. Did you know Angelina comes from a family of actors? Her dad's John Voight, and her mom's a French actress, Marceline Bertrand. Angelina was the first person to ever receive the Citizen of the World award by the United Nations Correspondence Association. 1975. I always thought she had really skinny arms. I saw her in that movie where she was an action hero called Salt, and her arms were like sticks, and she's beating guys up and stuff. And I'm like, there is no way. Her arms are like, looks like toothpicks. There's no way she could punch that guy that hard. Brad Pitt. Supposedly he has really bad skin, I've heard. Looks pretty good here. Brad Pitt. Success is a beast. It actually puts the emphasis on the wrong thing. You get away with more instead of looking within. First jobs was dancing in a chicken suit outside a restaurant to attract customers in Hollywood. In addition to acting, also runs Plan B Entertainment. Production company counts Oscar-winning hits The Departed 2006, 12 Years a Slave 2013. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's daughter Shiloh made her first cameo appearance alongside Brad in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button 2008. 1963, Oklahoma. He's been around a long time too, as an actor. he transitioned pretty well from like teen, kind of not teen heartthrob, but close to it. Li Bingbing. One's capability is limited, but effort has to be unlimited. Li Bingbing was named the WWF, the World Wildlife Federation Earth Hour Global Ambassador 2009. Didn't know she wanted to originally become a school teacher. Li has her own studio and charity as well as a hot pot restaurant in Beijing, Wuchang, Heilongjiang, China. Mr. George Clooney. I wish I could be as good looking as George Clooney. My life would be perfect. I could just stare into this face for hours. It's mesmerizing. Mesmerizing, absolutely. I just want to do a panorama like this. I could sit there and have a conversation with him from any angle and agree with everything he says. Only one thing's wrong with this face is his ears are dangly, not attached. It's kind of weird. Like, yeah, fits his face pretty good. And he's done the silver fox gray hair thing pretty well too, I gotta admit. He's gonna be like Sean Connery. I don't know, I don't like to share my personal life. It wouldn't be personal if I shared it. He was on the first cover of the first ever issue of American Men's Vogue. He's always been a ladies' man. One of his jobs for acting was selling ladies' shoes. As part of his regular humanitarian work in 2010, George hosted the Hope for Haiti telethon event, raised US $35 million for the earthquake disaster. He was born in Kentucky. Born George Timothy Clooney. Guess the dress. Ooh, I'm no good. I am no good. Shot in the dark. Ooh, I got it. I'm gonna quit while I'm ahead. Quit while I'm ahead. Merchandising. Beijing, Beiping, Peking, Dadu. Hello. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye. I think that's it. Exit this way. I'm gonna practice my karate moves on the door. I hope nobody's behind it because I'm about to kick the shit out of it. It was automatic. I didn't know it was automatic. The guy looked at me like I was crazy. There's the Wu Pai Lu. Wu is 5, Pai Lu is the processional gate. They did that over for the Beijing Olympics. What trouble can I get into? Go down Dashilan. It's 5:30 on the dot, huh? On a Friday evening. Boom, 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 boom. I feel a bad moon rising. I feel trouble on the way. I see earthquakes and lightning. Oi, oi, oi. I was gonna go to the Great Wall today. And then with the air quality, and it was 40% chance of rain. I don't feel like hiking 10 kilometers with a group of people I don't know. Do 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 do. They have a trolley that goes up this. I think it must have an engine, though. Looks just like a trolley, but so we are on the Qianmen, Daji, or these all say the Qianmen, Emperor's Avenue. Daji is avenue or big street. Qianmen, front gate. It's supposed to be like late Qing, restored to be late Qing shopping. The Hutong areas through Dashilan here still China 1.0. This is China 2.0. The whole Xintandi thing. Chinese characteristics. Socialism with Chinese characteristics. They do a pretty good job actually though. I don't know how authentic this is to what the Hutongs ever looked like. It's not like the Shikumen at Xintandi in Shanghai, but a little bit of a nice sunset there. So this is the entrance to Dashilan. You know, I didn't go to the pickle store last time I was here. Down the first alleyway. Look at this, so big. How does it get so big? It's like an erection.
What?
Let's see if we can find the pickle store. This is Frank's Pickle Barrel Ass. Run a pickle joint. I'm out of Maspeth. Where are you out of? Maspeth, so am I. Run a pickle joint. Frank's Pickle Barrel Ass. I see a bad moon rising. I see trouble on the way. Where is the pickle joint? I don't know what they were talking about. They said there was a pickle joint somewhere down here in the Lonely Planet. The DK mentioned it too. There's a silk store they recommended too that I passed last time that I didn't go in. I see a bad moon rising.
Hello.
You know where the pickle store? Pickles? Pickles? No pickles? He doesn't know. There's no pickle store. It's a lie. Frank's Pickle Barrel Ass. I should open up my own pickle store on the street and call it Frank's Pickle Barrel Ass. I wonder how much the guy from Jerky Boys would give me that. I bet it's not copyrighted. I could probably just take it. I'll just take it. Frank's Pickle Barrel Ass. If I ever owned a pickle store, I would call it the Barrel Ass, the Pickle Barrel Ass. I got dill. Frank's Pickle Barrel Ass. Alright, this is getting monotonous. China time-honored brand. Is this the pickles? Pickles. I pickle day. I pickle day. Of course you do. But of course you do. I pickle day. I don't think this is pickles. This looks like they're grinding up millet or sorghum. I pickle day. What am I back on Qianmen? What, I loop around? It is this tea store. No, this is wine maybe. This is the wine store. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Back on Qianmen Street anyway. Probably walk right by it. KFC or McDonald's? What will it be? Anyway, that was Madame Tussauds, Beijing. Probably the smallest of all of them that I've been to, maybe. A little smaller than Shanghai's, maybe. Same size, I guess. Seems smaller. Maybe I'm more familiar now with a couple of the Chinese stars than I was last time. Yeah. Volleyball champion. She's tall. She's about as tall as I am. She's a little taller. She's like an inch taller than I am, maybe. Robin Li Yan Hong. No, that's someone else. That's this guy over here. Hello. This is the guy who invented Baidu. Which is run Google out of the business in Asia, I think. Google can kiss Asia goodbye. He actually studied in the United States, but he's a Chinese citizen. So I think he has the support under the table, probably, the Chinese government. I don't really know. That'd be my inkling. Did you know that Robin achieved highest score in his hometown of Yangchuan National Higher Education Entrance Examination in 1987? Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference. He Baidu'd himself in the news break. The Yanghuai, it's the annual meeting, National People's Congress. I went to the Great People's Hall today at Tiananmen Square. Where they meet when they have the conference. Let's see, nicknamed Iron Hammer, current head coach, former player for... So here's Jackie Chan at the start of the Hong Kong. They had Steve Jobs out front, actually. They usually give you some quotes and a little synopsis. He's been blacklisted by insurance companies. They tend to say all the same things. He's saying, hard to say goodbye at the closing ceremony of the 2008 Olympics. We're in Hong Kong. Record-breaking 2,900 takes to complete the shuttlecock football scene in Dragon Lore, 1982. So I've been to Shanghai and I've been to Hong Kong's Madame Tussauds. Hong Kong's was excellent. Shanghai's was thrown together. We'll see how Beijing does. It's Wu, motherfuckers! Wu means 5, and the gate when you enter the Qianmen Street here is a Wu Pai Lu. 5 bay processional gate. Ooh, Mi Lao Fong? Mi Lan Fong. I went to his residence. It's not too far from here in Beijing. He's a Dan. And there are 4 great actors that played female roles known as the 4 Great Dans. He developed his own school of style. They named it after him. You gotta remember, this is the first name in China. This is the family name, and this is the first name. So this is his last name, listed first. A little confusing. Really? I thought, well, there have been astronauts from other countries, but they've hitched rides, I guess. Maybe. United States, Soviet, now Russia, and then now China, I guess. Abnormal vibration, 26 seconds after the famous launch. He thought his organs would be shattered. You know, the weirdest thing about going into space is when you close your eyes, you see these little shooting beams of light, and it's actually tiny particles passing through your retina. And if you looked at a microscope of your helmet, your space helmet, you'd see that the material's got these little pinholes where the material's been pushed through, you know, from the microscopic organisms. They push through, they don't break the you know, spacecraft enough to make a noticeable leakage, I guess. But you see this, if you close your eyes, you see these little flashes of light. What is this? Beijing Soho. Where's that? Central Business District of Beijing, I guess. Pan Shi Yi, just an ordinary person. Real estate company, Soho, China. Iconic buildings, mixture of Chinese Western influences. Pan has over 60 million followers on Weibo. Practice his characters darting, following goldfish swimming in ponds, tracking doves wheeling in the sky, huh? He did a tour of the United States and performed. Let's see, Lao Shi. I've been to his home as well, his former residence. A bit closer than he committed suicide, actually, they think, by drowning himself after he was beat up during the Cultural Revolution by Red Guards. He wrote Rickshaw Boy and Tea House. Chinese boxing, which is Tai Chi. He was a Beijinger. They mentioned him at the Laoshi Tea House as well, named after him. Director Zhang Yimou. Jury member, Berlin International Film Festival. He's an actor as well, I guess. Presided 2007 Venice Film Festival, opening and closing ceremonies. In charge of the Olympics in Beijing 2008. 3.5-hour show with 30,000 fireworks and half as many performers. Lao Muji translates as old schemer strategist. Chinese national women's volleyball. Head coach of U.S. women's national team. Former head coach, huh? Grew so fast, had to wear her elder sister's clothes with added material to make them even longer. Training U.S. team Colorado, made friends with gifted cooks, local Chinese community, missed authentic Chinese food a lot. Chinese astronaut. China launched a man into outer space, I think, in 2003 was their first manned space mission. And this guy's probably a colonel or something by now. Fire missiles! Were we out in the Gobi Desert? Yang Li Wei. Yang Li Wei. Oh, be ready. Wait flight orders, accept any new challenge. He's logged 1,350 hours as a fighter pilot before going into space. China's first spaceman aboard the Shenzhou 5 2003. China's the third country able to send people into space. Will be the second? Russia?